This is The Update with Sean Yoes.
This is The Update. I'm Sean Yoes. Leading off this week, President Obama will deliver his fifth State of the Union address, expanding upon the Year of Action narrative. Among tonight's themes, the president will continue to defend the Affordable Care Act, push for immigration reform, and discuss his administration's efforts to bolster the American middle class, a subject that he touched upon at a White House event recently.
We got to make sure that we're creating new jobs and that the wages and benefits that go along with those jobs can support a family. We have to make sure that there are new ladders of opportunity into the middle class and that those ladders, the rungs on those ladders are solid and accessible for more people.
President's State of the Union address begins at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Nearly 70 years after he became one of the youngest people in U.S. history to be executed, the family and supporters of George Stinney want to clear his name once and for all. 14-year-old George Stinney was accused of murdering two white girls ages 7 and 11 about 50 miles southeast of Columbia, South Carolina in 1944. He was electrocuted less than 3 months after their deaths, mainly based on his confession, which his family believes was coerced. Last week, during a hearing, his family and their lawyers argued for a new trial, claiming he had an alibi on the day of the murders. No decision has been made yet on whether or not there will be a new trial. We'll continue to cover this story in the Afro and right here on The Update. Up close this week. In a recent interview with New Yorker editor David Rebnick, President Obama tossed fuel upon the volatile national debate on the legalization of marijuana. It's a debate also taking place on the floor of the Maryland General Assembly. Here is part 2 of our report, Mary Jane in Maryland.
We hope to eliminate the criminal market of marijuana by regulating it. We're taking the control away from criminals and lawbreakers and making sure that the person producing the marijuana and selling it is someone who is going to be law-abiding. So we have 3 excellent sponsors of this bill. Delegate Kurt Anderson, who is from Baltimore, and he's been a champion of marijuana policy reform for many years. So we also have Delegate Sheila Hickson, who's the chair of the Ways and Means Committee, and she's involved on the tax side. We know from Delegate Anderson's bill last year that this type of program could bring up to $130 million to the state in tax revenue. And then our final sponsor is Senator Jamie Raskin, who's a constitutional law professor, represents Montgomery County, and he's very well aware of the criminal justice issues behind the current policy of prohibition on marijuana.
Whether you decriminalize it or make it legal, it's not going to change the consequence. If you're looking for the benefits, it's a benefit in everything. But in a civilized world, you have to look at the consequence as well as the benefits. And if the consequence outweigh the benefits, then it behooves you not to deal with seeking those benefits because the consequence is going to come with it.
This is Sean Yoes for The Update. Tune in next week for our next report.